like I'm Brady. The title is mine. If you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From midfield, here's Tua. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints 16-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
2nd down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now, despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Play action now. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Kamara. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Winston hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football, and the Dolphins have got it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, eluding the pressure right. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Off the play fake, Winston.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 44.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the gun, Winston.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On second and goal, Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. He's got daylight. Past the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, Winston. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Here we go with Kamara. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Dolphins.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Tua. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Tua, a final shot before half. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, as time expires in the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play. And 2 more for good measure. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And there's... Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
67 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. A very solid gain of 27. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They go play action. Winston. And that is incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Jameis to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Kamara trying again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And this time he is in. Alvin Kamara, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints have moved out in front.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play action. Tagovailoa.
Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Touchdown! Will Fuller with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Winston. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Now Winston.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Winston to throw for it on 4th.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 21-yard line.
Now Winston. Flush to his right.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Winston now.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Tua
finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with the toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when they have the opportunity. They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tagovailoa.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
125 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for New Orleans, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.